one or the other. Awesome. Now, I think, let me double check on time. I think we probably are about to start having some fan questions. So let's see. We've got a camera in the center aisle. Let's get people lined up. Actually, if people want to line up over here, if you have any questions for either Jonny Cruz or DSPStanky. Oh, run, go! I'm going to join you guys down there. One another! I have to take the stairs. I was yelled at for jumping up the stage. Fight for your
Matt's probably going to ask what I want.
Hi, everybody. Hello. All right. And what's your name? Oh, Jill. What's your question?
If you hadn't gotten Lucio, what other Overwatch character would you have wanted to get?
Good question. I would pay to see Diva. That's a new alt voice pack.
I always make fun of Matt Mercer because his voice is just so smooth and so buttery and so just milky butter. I always do this every time. I would love to have been able to play something like that. So McCree probably.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
I've been wanting to ask that.
Jennifer, and your question.
So the anniversary for Overwatch just passed, and in just a year, Overwatch became one of the biggest games. With Lucio being a very prominent part of your guys' life, DSPStanky, you pro Lucio. Jonny, you gave birth to Lucio. I just want to know how much I just want to know how much Lucio has affected your guys' life.
I mean, I wouldn't be here right now, and I wouldn't have. I think, I've been acting for a long time, and I think Lucio is one of the characters that has given me new life as a performer. I think his positivity and his who he is, I'm honored to play a role that is as positive and as open and loving as Lucio is. And I think that representation for me has been a gift. So it's been amazing.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for your question. I want people asking me questions where I can sit down. And your name?
Christian.
And your question, Christian.
DSP, you mentioned something about becoming a software engineer. What did you exactly code back then?
So I graduated from Utah State with a degree in computer science with an emphasis in software design. And I was working at a cloud-based call center software company, which just it was as thrilling as it sounds.
I'm riveted, frankly.
Yeah, right. I did a lot of C#, ASP.NET, things like that. And I was so bored. But I was only bored because I didn't ever program for fun. I only did it for schoolwork or for actual work. And so if any of you are thinking about being software engineers, I highly recommend that you find fun projects to do outside of work, so you can actually get like a good joy and love of programming instead of like, I gotta go do work now.
Good to find the joy in it. Fantastic. Thank you.
One more thing. Jonny, I actually have a request for you to say a line. It's for a friend that couldn't really be here today.
Sure, what is it?
Hey, it's me, Lucio, Speed Boost.
It's me, Lucio, Speed Boost!
And the crowd goes wild! And who do we have next?
I am Max.
Hello, Max, and your question.
For Stanky, do you ever get tired of Overwatch?
Oh yeah! It's the worst!
Some of you might know that I dropped out of the competitive scene, so I still play on the ranked ladder. I just don't play on a team anymore. And that's because I was playing like 65 to 70 hours of Overwatch a week. And I mean, nobody's not going to get tired of that. But now that I've keyed back a lot, I've started enjoying Overwatch a lot more. And it's still like, it's been a year now, I still have as much fun as I had when I first started playing it, so I think I've probably got to keep playing it for another couple of years at least. We'll see with new events that come out, so. No, I don't really get tired of Overwatch. It's
And how often do you continue to play? You said you Twitch weekdays, every weekday.
Yes.
So how often do you think you play Overwatch?
I do usually, on like an average week, I do about 40 hours of Overwatch. But that's like a job, so that's fine.
That's what a normal job would be, so it's fine.
No, I'm a full-time Twitch streamer now.
Wow.
And that's thanks to everybody who's a fan. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that without everybody's support.
So that's how it's changed.
That's
your life.
everybody here. So huge round of applause for And you are
Hans.
Hello, Hans. And your question, please.
Thank you.
Hi. That is a nice voice.
Thank you. Do you recall what sensitivities you used on both PC and Xbox?
Oh, jeez.
More technical questions.
tips.
We want to know all of your secrets. Is this pro tip number 2?
I think 3.
Pro tip
Because
number
2 was jump around a lot.
3.
3, so PC sensitivities, I have 1800 DPI and 5 in-game sense for Lucio. And the more, yes, I heard the Jesus. So there's a reason for that. The higher DPI is, the less pixel skipping you have. And I'm not a hit scan player, so it doesn't really matter, but whatever. So for console, I had, I think, 65 horizontal, 45 vertical, and like 45 aim assist. Because the aim assist on console, now that they fixed it, is super strong and will like really ruin your shot leading. So I definitely recommend to turn that down.
Pro tip
Very
number
technical.
3.
Very, really got into that.
All right, so we got the recap. We got pro tip number 1 was switch out your jump. Pro tip number 2, don't stop jumping. And pro tip number 3, those
Really
specific
high
sensitivities. Just be very sensitive and open with your emotions. All right, and you are?
Matt,
Hello, Matt, and your question.
this is for Johnny. I've been wondering ever since Overwatch, I wanted to ask you this question. Have you ever been a fan of the Jet Set Radio series?
Actually, I didn't ever. I haven't played or anything before this, and I heard a lot of like, oh, this is like a throwback to that. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I before that I hadn't even known about it.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I know.
Have you had a chance to check out any gameplay footage or a chance to play it yourself since finding out about that? Or is that on the to potentially play in the future list for the Jet Set?
Oh no, it's to potentially play in the future and see where the inspiration came from. I don't even know if it was I'm sure it probably was, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
At the very least, very fun. Actually, I love that game. God, no, huge throwback. As soon as you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, no, I see the connection. Yeah, that's way back in like the Dreamcast days. So, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you are.
Hi, my name is Charles.
Hello, Charles. And your question.
Johnny, do you think you could do your anniversary dance for us?
Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jeez.
You teach me this dance.
Oh no, I'm gonna rip something. I got it.
Oh, the only thing you'll rip is a hole directly into our hearts.
Exactly.
Oh god, this is not a good idea, but let's do it! The first part I'm gonna freestyle because I don't know it exactly.
Okay.
Do we
It's
need
the last two parts
Do
that
we
I'm
need
like,
to try
oh,
and
God.
get some music? Do we need music? Is this an ad-lib dancing? I'm terrible at it. I'm not known for my beatboxing skills. I'm known for my milky, buttery voice.
Wait, can somebody call a hospital, please?
Now Stanky!
We will get to everybody's questions.
And then this is the most important part. You jump. Throw your face at the ground.
Face plant.
Yeah,
The secret
Face plant.
The secret is previous bodily
Please don't hurt
injury.
yourself. And then just
Face
roll
plant.
it. I don't even know.
Don't do it!
Face plant.
That wasn't even in the original.
I'm impressed.
I'm bewildered. All right. Oh, and we have a
I'm very impressed.
fantastic Voltron cosplay. Hashtag Voltron on Netflix. Hashtag season 3. Whenever they get around to it.
We're not promoting. So the question for both of you, so what is your most commonly used voice line? And then something for Johnny, if there's a character in Overwatch that you think Lucio, you want to act as a Lucio, and how would you say it?
Okay, so first part of that question was
Voice line.
What's the most commonly used voice?
that I do. Who is
Yeah, what do you guys have picked for your voice line?
That's how you get tinnitus.
Best one. That's
Why are you so angry?
Nice choices.
And what's the second part?
Yeah, the
Kill
second part.
someone? Oh, I think you kind of answered, but if there was a character in Overwatch that you think Lucio would say, like you want to have that line as Lucio.
Oh, are there any other characters' lines that you wish Lucio had? I feel like every other hero in the game should have an iteration of that line.
I mean, it's so like epic. Anytime I hang out with Genji all the time. When he does it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Man, why doesn't Lucio have giant energy dragons? All right, thank you so much. Yeah, round of applause for our fantastic. They're asking the tough questions.
Hello, I'm Julie, and I want to ask you guys something. Considering you guys are gamers, and I'm pretty sure you guys played old school video games at some point, what is your favorite old school video game of all time?
Ooh. That's literally the question that anyone who plays games goes, oh yes, I get to talk about my secrets.
Favorite of all time, just because it's got a lot of childhood memories associated with it, is Final Fantasy VI.
Classic RPGs.
Yes.
John?
Great. Mine, that was great. Mine actually is, I already said it, but Zelda Ocarina of Time took me to another dimension as a...
Quite literally, actually.
Yeah.
Quite literally. From the Super Nintendo to the 64.
As a man with the crest of Hyrule tattooed on his back, Ocarina of Time did not get enough applause. Can we... All right, one of you has to... I'm going to have to take my shirt off.
Yeah!
So one of you has to hold the microphone.
You'll see.
And I've taken my shirt off. And I've taken my shirt off in front of people.
That's a good panel. That's a good panel.
Oh man, I've got like 3 more hours of this room and 3 other panels. I'm excited. See how many times I'm going to lose layers of clothing. All right. And your name, sir?
I'm Jay.
Hello, Jay. What is your question?
I got 2 for Johnny. First, what's the worst experience you ever had on a studio or set? And the second, it's a voice request.
Well, let's start with the first one first. So, worst experience.
I mean, I think for voiceover, I've had some really good experiences, but I think there was one where I had to play kind of a Spanish stereotype that I didn't really want to play, but I didn't know that when I was going in. And so I think that moment of my decision to be like, to go ahead and do it, I didn't feel good about it. And then afterwards I was like, okay, well, if this is how it's gonna make me feel, I know in the future just to voice what I need and want, and not to do it. right? And so it wasn't necessarily them, it was on me to just say, hey, not gonna do it.
I think that's a good lesson.
Yeah.
And we also had a voice request, so what would you like?
Maybe Battleborn's more your beat.
What was it?
Maybe Battleborn's more your beat.
Oh, maybe Battleborn's more your beat.
No, wait.
So,
I love your work, Paladins.
So, Blizzard wants me to keep to a simple what my lines already are.
So we may have to skip that one.
So I have to skip it?
That's all right. All right, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Many rounds of applause. All right. And Link, your question?
My question's for Johnny. Wait, hold on. You can talk? I'll have you sign my tattoo later. All right. Your question. My question is, Overwatch is a very racially and culturally diverse cast of characters, and to compare that to something like the Avengers, which is 90% white guys.
Right.
As a cosplayer, I like to see a nice wide variety of cosplays and people these characters that people appreciate. I was just wondering what your feelings were on Overwatch and being as diverse as it is.
Yeah, I think it kind of ties into what you were talking about with the previous question.
Sure, maybe this is kind of crazy, but I've always loved to play characters as an actor, and that was all types of different characters, different accents, which in some ways voiceover allows me to do. And I think there's this kind of thing on Hollywood where they whitewash characters sometimes, right? And my opinion is, hey, you know what? Play that character. That's fine. But just allow me to play whatever character I want to play. If I want to play a character that's supposed to be white, let me do that too. You know what I mean? And then there would be no problem. There would be no hey, there wouldn't be so much animosity going on with that, or so much. It's just let us do it too. If everybody was doing it, there wouldn't be a problem because everybody would have an opportunity, right? And that's the thing I see is that Overwatch is giving a wonderful voice and telling stories that we should see, putting brown people as heroes and not just the stereotypes. And I think in reality, you can tell those stereotypical stories as long as you're telling stories of them being heroes.